forces are under attack.
Should you become a nuisance, I'll kill you myself.
Hey there, StarCraft fans. It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's going to be LARVA and Flash here on Overwatch, an incredible ZVT sent to me by RJB top left. It is LARVA, and in the bottom right, it's Flash. All right, man, a ZVT featuring Flash and a LARVA. Does it get better than this? Maybe it does. Maybe it's Flash versus Jaedong, but this is a close second in my book. All right, so they are chatting with each other here in Korean. King is back, says LARVA. This is not a recent game because Flash has been missing from the Brood War scene for the last couple of years, but I think it's from like 2021 maybe, or 2020. Anyway, it's going to be a ZVT featuring two of your heroes. And Steve the SCV is throwing down a supply depot at the front here. Which does not mean that he's going to go mech. Whoever told me that, shame on you. Alright, so... Overlord, scouting out. It's gonna be an Overpool. Alright, so Overpool opening here on this two-player map. LARVA has no idea if it's proxy or not, so Overpool is a, you know, just a little bit of a middle ground between a macro and aggressive opening and super, super safe opening, right? Yes, indeed. So, Steve the SCV, scouting out. Are we going to go command center first if we see a hatch first? Oh, alright, Flash, I see you. He says, alright. Not a hatch first. Throw down a barracks. Yeah. Whoa, little turn to the right there, SCV. Yep, so the pool's almost done. Command center first. It's a suicide mission. And barracks coming up. I feel like he would have gone command center first if it was a hatch first from LARVA. But yeah, just one Rax expand. Rax a little bit later than otherwise. And blocking the hatch. Here is Flash. So, hatch coming down at about 11 supply. And 2 minutes and 30 seconds. No gas on the way, so it's not going to be a factory very, very fast here. Maybe it'll be SK Terran from Flash. The reason Terrans play SK Terran is because Flash makes it look so, so, so powerful. So, we will see. We will see if Flash can make it look powerful here against LARVA. Oh, gas? Okay, so there we go. A little bit of an early gas here. Lings are like, a little bit of a late Rax, eh? And can't see if there's an expansion here, but based on the fact that there's not a Marine out here already, or now there is, but there wasn't one when the Lings showed up. Oh man, shuffling these Lings. Okay, so, yeah. No hope of getting that supply depot. Third base coming up at the same time of the natural here at the 12 o'clock position. And let's see if it's going to be a factory. Let's see if it's going to be a factory opening here from Flash. Rax Expansion Factory is an accepted build order in TVZ. Lair with his first 100 gas. And yes, it is going to be a factory. Where is it? I see you. What the heck? Oh my gosh, he's proxying a fac. Alright, this game just got DEFCON 1 thresholded immediately. What the heck? We are getting a proxy fac over here. Oh my gosh. This is going to be awesome. LARVA, is he going to be safe and get a creep colony at the front of his natural base? I don't know. I don't know if he's going to do it, man. That would be smart, but he's got these Lings to be like, are there any vultures coming out of this base? And he's going to be like, no. There are no vultures coming out of this base. We're cool, but wow, look at this dude, this dutiful little SCV building a factory down here like an absolute boss man. We saw this done on Blitz in ASL. I want to say ASL 17, maybe it was 16, but yeah, man, look at this dude. Oh my gosh, he's going 3 port. Hold on. What is this? What is this game? What is even happening right now? 3-port opening. Vulture on the play. Oh, there is a creep colony, but he's not making it a sunken because there have been no vultures coming out of the front door. Oh my gosh. And there's an SCV to repair, and he immediately throws down sunken because it's like, oh, what the? Where did this thing come from? Oh man, these drones. This SCV is all up in here fighting and stuff. Slow lings are going to try to deal with this because we don't have... Oh, do we have speed yet? I think we saw metabolic boost come through. But either way, Vulture Zippy, 2 vultures now showing up. There are wraiths in production back home. A control tower on the way. What is going on right now? So this will be the second 2-port wraith. Well, this is a 3-port wraith, but whatever. Second wraith opening that I've put on the channel in the last couple of days, man. There are hydras out now, and they're dealing with the vultures a lot better than the lings can. So not a bad response here from LARVA. He lost a couple drones, yes. He lost a couple lings, absolutely. He got tricked. But now he's making hydras. And now he's got the answer to wraiths, too. These hydralisks are going to be great. So yeah, making 3 wraiths at a time. Who goes 3-port wraith? Well, guess what? Flash totally does. That's what it's all about. Look at this. We're hydra busting. This is like a ZVP. We're just going to hydra bust this because you do not have anything, man. This is what LARVA is saying. He's like, you don't have siege tanks. You don't have a ton of marines with stim and medics and stuff. We're just going to bust right in here and kill you. Oh my gosh, the front door is open now. And it's going to supply block Flash too. Oh my goodness, this is amazing stuff. A bunker trying to come up. Are there enough? Oh my gosh. Are there enough? Yes, the bunker does come down. There are 4 marines in there now. Much, much, much tougher for the hydras to break. Where are the wraiths, though? I mean, these ones just showed up. I don't know if there have been other wraiths killing drones. I'm not seeing any blood splatter. The hydra count is hefty. There you go. Waiting for Cloak. Now that Cloak is done, now the hydras are all in big, big trouble. So, Overlord speed would be nice. There we go. Firing up Overlord movement right now. In direct response to the fact that there are Cloak Wraiths running around. In the meantime, we're going to need some spores, man. We're going to need some. There, Evo Chamber Spore. Evo Chamber Spore. Evo Chamber Spore. Okay, so Spore, Spore, Spore. Wraiths are going to have like 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, about 4 seconds there of time to kill a couple drones and have to get out of there. All right. Ooh, they got a drone anyway, though. Oh, but a Wraith died for it. Yeah, Hydras. I was going to say Hydras are the mortal enemy of Wraiths, but really anything that can touch Wraiths will kill Wraiths because Wraiths are, well, they're flimsy is what they are, but they're fast and they're invisible, so you have to be flimsy as a result. And you fly, too. So it's like, if these things were any tankier, they'd be incredibly overpowered. Yeah, they're just trying to find something. He's still making Wraiths? Getting a science facility up and a machine shop. Yeah, he's trying to... Yeah, there you go. Take down drones, as many as you can, without taking too much damage to these Wraiths. Yeah, these guys want to join the party. There's 3 more coming up back home. I thought for sure he'd be done with Wraith production here, but no. He's getting siege mode, because he's like, I got to deal with all these Hydras somehow, and guess what's going to be good for that? Siege tanks. Going to be really good. It's 41 to 29 workers in favor of Flash, but he's on 2 bases, and the Zerg player's on 3 bases, and so he's got some better mining going on here. Less saturation, let's say, on his bases than what Flash is dealing with right now. Queen's Nest coming in. Maybe we're going to go for some Ensnare on these Wraiths. Dude, this is weird. I did not choose these games on purpose. I do not watch these things in advance the vast majority of the time. But the fact that we're getting 2 games in a row here that deal with a bunch of cloaked Wraiths on the open here against a Zerg, absolutely crazy. And by the way, the other one, if you missed it, was Sulky off-racing as Terran against Flash, who was off-racing as Zerg. And it was Sulky who went to Port Wraith open against Flash. So now Flash is doing it from the Terran perspective against LARVA. Tons of fun. Oh my gosh, we are getting Ensnare. We're getting Queens here. This is nuts. This is absolutely crazy. I might have to post this on Saturday just to split this up a little bit. Because like 2 straight games of Cloaked Wraith is like, it's overboard. Okay, I'm going to post this on Saturday. So when I'm talking about the other one, what I mean is like Monday, when the other 2-port Wraith thing came out. 2 volleying down. Overlords is good. 1 volley. 2 volley. Oh, this Wraith ball. It's not even that big, man. They don't even have upgrades either. We're not giving them upgrades. We're moving into like Marines and science vessels and tanks and stuff. Yes, Wraith Ball, be alive. Come back home. Get repaired. There are tanks about now, so we're 2-basing it. Yep. Going into a bunch of racks. Throwing up science vessels at the starports now. The day of the Wraith is over. And now the Hydras are like, well, I sure hope there are only Wraiths down here. That would be pretty good for us if that was the case. I love it. We're going to get an Ensnare. Ooh, there's the Defiler mount. Okay. And Lurkers too. Okay, so it's going to be Hydra, Lurker, Defiler with a little bit of Ensnare support. Dude, you can catch these Wraiths if they get ensnared too. Yeah, that's going to be big. That's going to be really big. Let's see if we get a scan here. Yep, scans the main base. Sees the Defiler mound timing. Says, got a bit of a window before Dark Swarm is here. So tell you what. Let's move out. Is there a 4th base? No. Didn't overextend against my 2 bases. That's good for Larva. Didn't try to go crazy here. He's making enough units to try to deal with this Marine tank science vessel thing here. The upgrades are slow, right? It's 0-0 for the Marines here because we went for so many Wraiths early. It's a +1 ground carapace. For Larva, he is working on a +1 missile attack and a +2 ground carapace. And Consume, which is more important than those things. Range for Marines is not done yet. Again, that's how slow this has been. But if anyone can make it work here, it's Larva. Has he gotten enough damage is the question. Has there been enough damage against Larva, drone-wise, Overlord-wise, to give him a position to win this game? Yeah, Lurkers tried to come over here, but then there were, like, a lot of science vessels and stuff. So this is Wraith. Did we repair all these Wraiths? Tell me we did. We did. We repaired all these Wraiths. The Queen does not go for the Ensnare yet. Ah, free science vessel is free. Ah, it's a surround on these Hydras. Ah, the Queen might toss down an Ensnare just to prevent the chase a little bit there. Oh, another science vessel down. The Queen gets targeted and killed, though. Yeah, irradiated Lurker dies earlier because of siege tank shots. This Ensnare is still preventing the retreat here. Look at these Wraiths fighting against Hydras. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane here. These Wraiths are sniping Lurkers before they can get back to safety. What is this right now? This is bonkers, is what this is. Yeah, Flash, he's up. 122, 127 to 86 supply. Plague's coming in. Dark Swarm is done. So basically, man, I don't know. Like, Marine Siege Tank Wraith against Dark Swarm is not going to have the best of times. Or the worst of times. Defiler got sniped there after the Dark Swarm, though. Siege Tank's getting some shots. That splash damage is working inside the Dark Swarm. So any Lurkers that are clumped up, I think these are spread enough. They don't have to worry about it, but they can't outrange these tanks anyway. But here comes Larva from the left side. Is he going to be able to clear this thing out? He gets a Dark Swarm up. Humongous Dark Swarm. Absolutely massive Dark Swarm. Tank has to die. Another tank goes down. But just standing outside, Flash is doing what he needs to do. Stand outside of the Dark Swarm. Hydras are attacking stuff inside the Dark Swarm. Don't be doing that, fellas. And if every tank died, that'd be a big, big get here from Larva. There's a Lurker down there now. Hello, Lurker, with already 3 kills. Trying to come up to this 3rd base. Flash is not expanding, by the way. Just kidding. He's building a command center. He's not expanding on location, by the way. Oh, he tried to block the ramp with a Lurker egg, but it didn't work. Lurker gets sniped, and then Lings come to run interference for the Lurker, too. And I don't think Flash is getting up here, but he's over here at the natural base. There's only 1 sunken and a couple Lurkers here. One of the Lurkers goes down. The other Lurker gets target fired and goes down. Another Lurker comes out of the Nidus. Another Lurker comes out of the Nidus. D-Matrix getting tossed down to try to keep these Marines alive as long as possible, but there are like 5 Lurkers here. So that's probably not working for you, man. I am so sorry. You're dead, but good effort anyway. Probably got a couple extra kills because of that D-Matrix. Yo! Alright, man. Larva holding like an absolute boss here. Holding like an absolute boss here at the 12 o'clock position. An Evolution Chamber's coming in for further upgrades. A macro hatch there. For Larva, he still hasn't taken a 4th base because he doesn't know that Flash has a 3rd base yet. It could still be pretty scary for him if Larva tries to take a 4th base and Flash comes back with another round of 2 base production and not trying to spend any resources setting up or establishing a 3rd base. But he is doing that, and so Larva needs to take a 4th base pretty much immediately. Okay, Irradiated Defiler gets a Dark Swarm down before it dies. And is hiding out in the Dark Swarm. You don't have any Fire Bats. You're not going to irradiate some Zerglings. You will irradiate Lurkers as they come out of that Nidus, though. And the reason this works, I say it every time, it works for Flash because he keeps the Science Vessels alive. I know he's already lost a couple Science Vessels today, but for the most part, I'd be shocked if he loses a million more, right? 142 to 71 supply is a tough look. It's a really, really tough look here. Ah, Plague-oo! I was going to say for Larva, but Plagues can make a difference here. And Irradiates. And Dark Swarms. And these, look at this, she's keeping an eye. She's just like, no, 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 no. These Scourge are not allowed to find these Science Vessels. And, I mean, Larva's good enough to get these, oh my gosh, he found it. Okay, that was sick Scourge control there from Larva. Wow. He dodges, he goes back, he finds an angle, he finds a path and takes it. I mean, that wasn't great. But the other 4 had a great time. Wonderful time, even. This drone wants to expand up this right way, but Flash has units over here. He's keeping an eye on these 4th bases, these potential 4th bases. He's not interested in allowing Larva to have these 4 bases. Scourge, no. Scourge, no. That one retreats in time, though, and Flash is expanding bottom left, too, y'all. So, Flash is in well in hand. He's got this thing under control. His Marines are at 1-1. Let's see, the Lurkers are at 2-1. As are the Hydras. And, yeah, here's the Hydra meta here. We're still making Hydralisks. I don't think we're turning them all into Lurks. There's really been no indication that we're going to go for Ultras. Is Adrenal done? I don't know. Zerglings, get some hits off on something. That didn't really work, did it? Not really. Oh, yeah, Adrenal is done. Look at that. Yes, Adrenalings inside the Dark Swarm. That's what they like to do. Irradiate on the Defiler. He consumes a Plague on the split here by Flash is nuts, though. Yeah. He consumed, but he just straight up died before he could really get anything else off there. I think a Plague on anything would have been preferable just to dying. Yeah, man. Okay, so Larva's just getting squeezed right now. I'm not convinced that Flash did enough to actually take the lead with the Wraith stuff. But his macro and his micro and his map control, all these things have been bonkers. So finally, some Lurkers come up to try to deal with, I don't know, getting a 4th base at 18 minutes. That'd be pretty nice, says Larva, but it's just being denied. Look at this denial. Look at it. Okay, we're walking a medic into this Lurker now. Not exactly how we want to do this. Are you out of scans, really? Man, I guess so. I mean, it's a lot of... No, we're not out of scans. Scan it, kill it. Scan it, kill it. Scan it, kill it. These Wraiths are like, we can deal with Lurkers if they come over here. No big deal. Yeah, Wraiths, no good connections on anything. I don't know if there are enough Hydras to really be concerning here. Defiler gets irradiated. Yeah, Dark Swarm, though. Look at these Wraiths holding this top line like they own the joint. This is insane. This is insane. Okay, Wraiths are trying to kill Hydras with detection available. Okay, never mind. No detection available. Yep, I think that's game. I think that's Larva's unable to get a 4th base. Flash is not allowing it. And I think Larva is dead. Yeah, he's got 42 drones on 3 bases. Neat. He needs to be on 4 bases, 5 bases with 65 drones to have any hope of winning this game. And he's just, no. These Lurkers come up and try to do something. No. These Wraiths are veterans. They've been around forever. They only have 2 kills apiece, but they're doing some work. Nevertheless, look at the... Oh, taking down a Hydralisk. Overlord for free. 192 to 53 supply. Plague-oo does catch some of these Science Vessels, which is nice. But look at this setup. This is just... No. This is Flash's denial strategy. Just utterly denying Larva any shot whatsoever. Any shot whatsoever of getting a 4th base while he's on 4 bases. That's it. We're done. Flash, you absolute monster. Yeah, you're just making LARVA look helpless in the face of your Terran might and majesty. This is exactly why you click on Flash games, isn't it? Without a doubt. Flash expanding into one of those stupid bases here in Overwatch where there's high ground that can kill your stuff, but he has so much map control, it doesn't even matter. I don't know what... Like, what could we... Oh, did the replay break? Ah! The replay broke! No! I'm just looking at the total supply. I'm not even paying attention to, like, how much bank there is. Good here? Okay, LARVA is spending, Flash is spending. Right, this group here dies. This fourth base is coming up from Flash, bottom left. He's floating some cash here, but he's on 4 bases. Is LARVA spending his cash, though, is going to be the larger question here. Yeah. So he's making like 5 hiders at a time, couple defilers, working on upgrades. There's that Dark Swarm. There's the Plague. Oh, is that where it broke? When this guy didn't get those plagues off. Remember? He did some consuming, and then it was like, I'm going to stand here until I die. Okay. I think maybe we're in a better place here. Maybe we fixed it with the rewind. That it's still all about this top right base, though. Can this be taken by LARVA? This game is a lot more interesting if that happens. I think he's got enough adrenalines up in here to wipe this out, even with medic support. Okay, so this is different, right? This is huge, actually. These Marines, this is just not happening, guys. You're not getting up this ramp. Why did you even try to come up this ramp? What did you think LARVA was going to do? Yeah, now LARVA comes up, takes a 4th base, and goes, all right, so I'm maybe down about 90 supply to Flash, but I got a 4th base going. This could be worse. Wraiths are still flying around. Busting up this ramp with 2 lurkers on it is a tough ask, sir. Then the Wraiths come over here, and they're trying to snipe down the hatch. LARVA sends a Lurker Ling army to shut this thing down. Scourge not making any connections because they got here before the Overlords did. Now the Hydras are fighting. Ah, they got plagued. No, the Wraiths got plagued. That is their final act, is trying to take down this top right hatch, which they almost do. They got that down to like 100 HP before they failed. That was nuts. All right. Yeah, this game just got a lot more interesting. I was like, man, Flash just kind of falls apart here, doesn't he? No, he actually does commit a lot more units over here to try to shut this thing down. Absolutely. Of course, the problem is that he's still just trying to get back up on even base count against Flash. So, not great, I would say. There's a plague on a large group of those science vessels. One of them escaped the plaguey wrath. Hydro Lurker against this Marine comp. No real siege tank support here, but the Marines are like, hey, man, we got 2-2. We'll fight against you Lurkers right now. And it's like, all right, good enough. Yeah, Flash's bank is down. Okay, this is better. Flash is spending. He's making 2 more command centers. He's got this one, and he's taking the left side. He's still going for this contain strat. But this time, LARVA was able to get a 4th base up. But meanwhile, Flash is expanding to a 5th and a 6th base. This is how this game should have gone. Yeah, the siege tank count is just looking absolutely pristine. Yeah, these Lurkers are trying to get up here. The Dark Swarm comes up, but after, you know, all but 2 of the Lurkers have been sniped. Okay, there's 4 Lurkers here. But still, it's not great. We're not really adding fire bats into this comp, are we? We're just using siege tanks to deal with stuff inside Dark Storm instead of fire bats, which I think a lot of modern Terran players are doing, is a lot of them are going for fire bats. Here we go. LARVA getting some work done. He's not only down about 50 supply instead of 1 billion. Okay, 90, which is basically infinite in StarCraft Brood War. He's moving out. Continuing to spend here. Flash is working on more Marines, more medics, more science vessels all across the board. As he repaired his science vessels. Yes, I think these are repaired science vessels. Little groups just kind of trying to hang out here. Slowing down the advance of the Zerg on this side of the map because, you know, we can't let LARVA take any and you know, can't let him take this base. Plague on a couple more of those science vessels and the chase. Yeah, Hydras just don't stand up very well against large groups of Marines with stim and range and medic support. Like, the Hydras need the support of the Plague. Oh, science vessels catching more of them Plagues, though. This is a little touch and go here. It's about a 30 supply difference now in favor of Flash. Despite this base, which is being adequately protected, or is it? The siege tanks are kind of trying to cover this area and kind of this area at the same time. LARVA really just coming from one direction right now, which is allowing Flash to get in here, do what he wants to do. Blarg. Yeah, I don't know. I like what LARVA's doing. He just doesn't have the income to keep up with the production of Flash here. Right? He's got the right strategies. He's got the right ideas. He's getting up into this left side base, which he needs to do, but he also should expand down here too, which he's doing. Okay. All right, Flash. You need to check this out, because there's a drone coming down this way, and I like that he stopped. He's like, is there maybe something scary up that way? Yeah, there probably should be something scary up that way, but Flash is really focusing left side right now. Dude, there's no way that LARVA can win this game. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But he did Dark Swarm the command center, which is kind of a GG maneuver for command centers anyway. Right, we're going to irradiate what? Hydras here inside? No, the Defiler again. Makes a lot of sense. We're not even going to try to save the CC against these +2 attack Hydras. Is there enough here? Trying to stop reinforcements from getting over to this locale, but yeah, that's a dead command center. Hydra getting irradiated inside the Dark Swarm. That was close, though. Flash almost saved that thing. Nice Plague again here from LARVA, and he is expanding right side with a little bit of a hero defense there, too. This is crazy. This game is absolutely insane. Are you kidding? Is that vehicle plating upgrade? Yes, another Queen's on the way. LARVA says, I've got Ensnare. I might as well use Ensnare. All right, never mind. Flash is adding Fire Bats into the mix. Says it's going to help against the Lings. Not necessarily just stuff inside Dark Swarm, but Lings in general. Yes, fine. I get it. Big old drone transfer right side here, too. But still, the map is split not even really in half because LARVA doesn't have this base. Flash is up. 50 supply again. Nice irradiate. And Science Vessel live. Science Vessel live. Science Vessel live. Why is it not living? Oh my gosh, that was too close. That was too close, man. Got more siege tanks added in all the time. 3 siege tanks. The siege tank count is nuts. The contain is crazy. This right side attack catching a couple unsupported tanks. Lings jumping on top of that. Hydra's jumping on top of that mess. There we go. The Zerglings have got 2 attack upgrades. This base is in trouble now. Flash says, go! Push in. D-Matrix, Fire Bats. Get in there. Double Dark Swarm does not frighten us. We are strong. Dude, this base is going to die for Flash, too. That's 2 bases killed by LARVA of Flashes while he gets another one hit of his up on the right side. Like the Irradiates and the Hydras, they're the only things that can shoot up. This attack into this double Nidus setup as Lings come flooding out of both Niduses. Scourge are like looking for Science Vessels to kill. Not finding any. Lurkers might be kind of good here, except the siege tank count is insane with +2 attack. Oh my gosh, LARVA, no! LARVA, you are not doing this. He gets into the bottom left 4th base of Flash, forces a full evac of SCVs from here. All that income goes away too. This income is gone. This income is gone. This income is gone. There's no way that Flash wins this. Rather, LARVA wins this game. Was that a Freudian slip? I don't know. Okay, he's going to return the SCVs back to this base, but 2 Lings are joining this party too, which is really bad. Yes, you got to send some units in here to save your dudes. This attack at the front, nice and snare on the group. Science Vessels have a harder time moving and running and whatnot. But, that's a GG. LARVA throw some keyboard spam down. Yeah, this attack up at the right side is pretty disastrous for him. And Flash gets the win in 25 minutes. Yeah, that was that was a much more interesting game than I was worried it was going to be when the replay broke and I didn't notice. I'm sure you guys all felt the same way. You're like, man, Larva's just rolling over dying. Nope, not at all. He did end up wiping out basically 3 of Flash's bases in pretty quick succession and expanded himself. And it's just he was just too far behind. He did what he needed to do to try to get back into the game, but it wasn't enough. And this tank count got really big. Really big. And your Hydra Ling Lurker strat is not going to do as well against effectively mech as it is against SK Terran. So, I mean, this is kind of a mech transition. There are no Goliaths. There are no Vultures. It's just a ton of siege tanks with science vessels and marine and fire bat support. But, yeah, that was great, man. Little 3-port Wraith opening for hilarity's sake. Kill some overlords, killing some drones before, you know, the ensnare gets out and whatnot. The ensnare was pretty good. Larva did his best, man. He got into Dark Swarm. He got into Hydras. He got into Lurkers. He got into Plague. It's just his 4th base was late, and Flash was already on 4 bases for a long while. And overcoming that against another Terran is probably possible, but we're talking about Flash here, folks. We're talking about the Flash. All right, 183,000 points, 161,000 points there. Larva did outproduce Flash by about 300 units, about 2-to-1, but the kill death ratio was about 2-to-1 as well. 4 buildings raised on both sides, and this is just, nope. Flash outspent Larva. I know it was only by 257 resources, but it was enough in a TVZ, as it always is. So GG. Absolute tons of fun. What a great ZVT that was. We're getting Wraith action on the channel this week. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so GG. And that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. And you take care of yourself.